Joe Pugh for Pep Talk Boys, joined today at the Raynham Boxing Club at Origin Gym, Raynham, by Mr. John Hedges, the gentleman. How are you, John?
Yeah, all well. Joe, yourself?
Yeah, no, fantastic. We've been doing a bit of S&C today with Johnny Fisher, haven't we? Not me, personally, obviously. I've just been watching and weeping. But looking good, looking fresh. Obviously, a couple of months out till your next out, hopefully. But how you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good, mate. Like, just ticking over now. Obviously, Christmas coming up. Staying on it, but just doing a bit of strength work. Not like, I don't want to, like Mark was saying the other day, we don't want to burn out in the gym, sparring and pads every day when we've got a bit of a break. So just doing a bit of S&C with Johnny and Sonny Cannon, doing that. And feeling good, yeah, putting a bit of weight. But I saw him come off over the Christmas. And yeah, do you know what I mean? Back in end of January, early Feb for a step-up fight.
And I think you was last out on the 30th of October at the O2, Bill. Good points decision over Ben Thomas, who was really game, wasn't he?
Yeah, mate, he come for a fight. He was saying a prayer before and everything. He was ready for it. But that was a good fight for me. He was one of the tallest in the division as well, other than myself. So he was 6'4", made a change, and it was nice. He come for a fight and he walked on to plenty. Do you know what I mean? It was good.
And I think you definitely have improved a lot. When you look over, well, I think you made your debut just over a year ago now, I think it was. And you've had 4 fights and 4 wins. Obviously, the improvement is paramount, and at this stage, you're really showing it. And how much is that down to Mark Tibbs?
Yeah, loads. Like, obviously, in my debut, I lost 1 round out of the 3 and drew a round. So I still won, obviously. But then since I've been with Mark, I haven't lost a second in any round. Do you know what I mean? I mean that. And Mark's brought me on loads. I've matured, and I'm getting the top sparring. I'm sparring British and English champions every week. It's what you need, isn't it? If you want to be the best, you've got to surround yourself with the best. So, no, it's been going well.
What would you say you've improved the most at your time with Mark?
Just we've matured as a fighter. Like I've always wanted to do. I'm a 6-round fighter. I get better as the rounds go on. And since being with Mark, that just the quality of sparring. I think if you're sparring, that is everything. Like, to be a better footballer, you got to play matches, ain't you? And that's the same as boxing. So I think with Mark, you're in a position where you can get the right sparring. You've got good guidance from him. He gives you the right confidence. You're around the right people, and it brings you all together.
Obviously, with S-Jam Boxing recently announced that you've got the addition in the stable of Tommy Fletcher, not just with S-Jam, but here at the Raynham Boxing Club with Mark Tibbs. I've seen him spar. He looks like an absolute beast. Am I right?
Yeah, obviously, Tommy's probably my main sparring partner at the minute. It's nice, to be fair, because he's a cruiserweight, I'm a light heavy. He's a puncher, I'm a boxer, so it keeps me on my toes, keeps me moving. And yeah, it's quality. Me and Tom both southpaws, so you can't get no better. If you get an awkward southpaw in a fight, you've got him now, and like, it's perfect sparring. But yeah, he's going to campaign at cruiser, I'm going to campaign at light heavy. Johnny Fisher, obviously heavy. So none of us are stepping on anyone's toes, but it's all good for training and sparring.
How good can Tommy Fletcher be? So young and 19 years old, I think he is.
Same age as me, Tommy. He can go all the way. He's got knockout power. Honestly, I've seen him spar some big lumps. If you stand there to be it, you're getting chinned. That's all I can say. Like with Tommy, he will chin you, and I think he's going to 10-ounce gloves. He's going to be dangerous.
Recently, obviously, last time I was down here, you were sparring Craig Richards. Yeah. Very competitive. Obviously, yourself a boxer. Very awkward, Craig Richards. Has there been any other high-profile names you've been sparring, and how have you been doing? Yeah,
to be fair, what got brought up was obviously Dan Aziz boxed Jose Burton for the British title, and Dan had me for sparring through the camp. I'm not saying I'm Jose's level, because Jose's won a British title before, but I'm Jose's height, Jose's style. So he had perfect sparring in me, really, didn't he? So he come down here, sparred a few rounds with Dan. Sparred, like I say, Craig Richards quite regular. Joe Giles from down at Newlands Gym. We all mix together. It's like we've got a little stable in this Essex area, and we're all sparring and fighting each other, because we're all at different levels. Obviously, Craig's that British. Me and Joe are still starting off, but by the time we get to that level, Craig will please got to be a world champion. So none of us stepping on each other's toes.
I saw Joe out at York Hall a couple of months ago. Looked really good, and another big ticket seller from Essex. So Essex Boxing, with yourself, Johnny Fisher, Joe Giles, it's looking in a really good place, so hopefully we can get a big show in Essex. Yeah,
100%. I'd love to get on an open air one somewhere where we can hold thousands in Brentwood. How good would that be? It'd be unbelievable. So we would sell it out. You think Johnny's we're all in different angles as well, Joe. Do you know what I mean? Joe Giles over Basildon Way. I'm near Stansted Airport. Johnny Fisher, obviously Romford. So it's good. We all cover every area.
You've played football at Averley Stadium. You could even box there.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Averley Stadium weren't me good day though, Joe. You want to see me kick a ball? I was shocking. Honestly, it was embarrassing. But
a case of stick to the boxing.
Stick to the boxing. I chipped Paul Konchesky though. Just saying. So.
Did you mean to though?
No. Toe punted it and it went over his head. So I was having it, weren't we?
Very big names on that football match. It was a good day out.
Yeah, Mark Wright was running absolute rings around me, but do you know what I mean? It was a laugh, race some serious dough for charity. So what more can you ask? Do you know what I mean? Had a good time.
Definitely. And back to the boxing. Obviously, you're now part of the light heavyweight division. Domestically, it's by far, I think, the best in the country. You've got, as you say, Dan Aziz has just announced himself that he's now the British champion. You've got Callum Smith, who's obviously operated at world level, but now he's moved up to light heavy. You've got Callum Johnson fighting Joe Smith Jr. for the world title. You've just had Yard, Arthur, Buatsi, he was meant to be fighting Vlasov, he's pulled out. How good's it?
Mate, it's thriving. It's a hard weight category. I'll be honest with you, because of my age, I think by the time I'm getting to the British level, they're either going to be world champions or they're going to be retired, because it's thriving at the minute. It's a very hard weight category, and even the fighters who haven't quite made British level yet, there's some big names out there still. Like, you've got the likes of Ricky Summers, 17 wins, couple of losses. They're still good, great fighters. But no, I'm hopefully going to be able to push myself up the rankings. Like I say, I'm taking a step up fight next. There's a few people we're in talks with, a couple of Germans and with some undefeated records, and I think that's what I need now. I've had four fights in the bank. I'll box better. The better the fella is, I promise you, that's the best John Hedges you'll get. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having to step up.
Who would you say is the cream of the crop? Who's the number one light heavyweight domestically?
Callum Smith, 100%. But then I really rate Callum Johnson. I don't think he's miles behind. I think his power is just it's scary, but I'll put Callum Smith above them all at the minute.
Do you think Callum Johnson can beat Joe Smith Jr.?
If he has the night, yeah, I really do. I think Callum Smith, like obviously when Callum boxed Beterbiev, he put Beterbiev down. I think he was one of the first to do that. And Joe Smith Jr., we love in this gym because he's come from nothing sort of thing. He still works and he's a proper grafter. But I think that's a hell of a fight. Do you know what I mean? They both fight with their heart, so it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good watch.
That's just going to be a shootout. Whoever lands first, because they've both got the power.
Whoever lands first, that's how it's going to go, Joel, 100%.
You was at Yard versus Arthur over the weekend. What did you make of Anthony Yard's performance?
Anthony Yard was absolutely class. I thought that was the best I've seen him, in the sense that he knew what he had to do. He come in to do a job. He looked confident entering the ring. He had Lyndon Arthur's number at the end of the day, and that was as clear as that was. Lyndon Arthur, another great fighter, but on the night, Anthony Yard turned up, and as he said, it was lions in the camp, and it was, mate. Like, I swear to you, I've never seen the aggression. He had no fear. He was coming out, taking centre. Yeah, he boxed brilliant, real good.
And also on the undercard, Chief Support was Khamzat Shiraz versus Bradley Skeet, which obviously finished in very controversial style, obviously hitting Bradley 2-3 times after he was down. What did you make of that, and should he be disqualified?
To be honest, with that there, like, from where we were sitting, it was blatant, to be honest, that he got hit 3 times on the ground, and in all our heads, we're all shout like we're saying, stay down. Do you know what I mean? Stay down, don't get back up. But I think when you're in that position and you're scared of it going the other way and becoming a knockout lose, and you know you have still got your whereabouts, the initiative of a boxer is to get on your feet. And at the time, I see Dominic Ingle, and he weren't sure what was going on. So to give him what advice to do at the end of the day, it was all, I think, in a split of 30 seconds, it was all happening. So it was one of them ones. But no, I think the right decision would be a rematch and let them get it back on, let them both get some money again, and please God, let the best man win.
He was boxing phenomenally up until that point. As a boxer, it was class, wasn't it?
He was pretty to watch. Everything was going right. He made Shiraz fight, which obviously Shiraz is very strong, but he's a tall boxer, isn't he? So ideally, I'd have thought Shiraz would have used his jab and that. But listen, it was a good fight. And Bradley Skeet was good. Johnny Fisher's having a little dance behind me, so I just
jingle boshing again.
He's jingle boshing. Come on, John, give us your jingle bosh then.
Oh, Johnny Fisher there. What's it like then to be in camp with the Romford Ball?
Alright, so I'll tell you how the camp goes, Joe. Yeah, you've got obviously good looks, comedy, best trainer, best fighter in myself. Then you've got the best eater, and who can lift the most weight in Johnny Fisher. So yeah, it's a good mixture. Obviously, I'm giving him the confidence and the boost what he needs, and he's giving me the power. So, God, I'll tell you something, we're going all the way, mate. I'm telling you, I've just got this feeling.
You've got to combine the both of you then, is it? And then you...
feeling, Johnny Fisher, this is me dream, yeah? This is me dream. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to come true. Johnny's going to headline in America. Not just yet, but he's going to headline. And I'm going to be on the T-shirt sales behind him. And I'm going to fight for an IBF. And he's going to fight for a WBC. And I've got that in my head. Trust me.
There you go. Bosh, that's a good bosh, that is. So, you're fighting for WBC, is it? And
I've got the IBF. Because I'll be coming through the ranks a couple of years younger. So I'm coming for that IBF title. And Johnny's going to be fighting for the undisputed championship of the world with the WBC, Ring Magazine, the lot. And that's going to be in Vegas, maybe Madison Square Garden, don't know yet, like maybe change it now.
2035, car. Not the car. You two will be reaching your prime then, no, won't you?
Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean, we're young and please God, we've got long careers ahead of us. Like Johnny always says, you've got to take the right fights, right time, right opportunities, and there's no rush with us, no rush. No pressure, no rush, we just got to go in there and do what we do best. Please God, listen.
And finally, if all goes well next year, what's your ideal plan?
Ideal plan for next year, Joe, as always, stay busy. To be honest with you, I'm not looking at titles yet. I'm still young, but I'd like to get myself by the end of next year in a position where I've got a nice ranking. To be fair, I've got a nice ranking now, but to get even higher in the table, top 15 would be nice, and then be able to look at something. As you say, the light heavyweight division is thriving. It's hard to jump in that mix because they're all 20, 30 bout fighters, but it'd be nice to jump on their tails. You know what I mean? Just to be in the mix, and then obviously we'll push on from there. But please God, we stay injury free and just can have as many fights as possible.
John Hedges, thank you very much for speaking to me today. Have a good Christmas, good New Year, and best of luck for next year.
Cheers, boys. Thank you. Bash.